Hello, everyone. I am Marie McKenzie, and I'm here to talk about an important topic: the care of survivors of sexual assault. As a sexual assault nurse examiner, my role focuses on providing assistance and support to individuals who have endured this traumatic experience. It's a critical mission for me to change the narrative surrounding sexual assault, which is currently the most underreported crime in the United States. The number one underreported crime in the United States. My goal is to empower those who have survived such trauma and educate healthcare providers to ensure that the best care and support is available. One way I seek to empower survivors is by sharing my own journey of overcoming sexual assault. I want to make it clear that if you are a survivor, you are not alone. Many survivors carry feelings of isolation, shame, and fear, but I find that it is important to connect with others and find support. By sharing our stories, we can foster an environment that encourages healing and empowerment. In addition to supporting survivors, I also focus on educating healthcare teams about providing trauma-informed care. This approach is essential to delivering the highest standard of care to those who have experienced sexual assault. Trauma-informed care involves understanding the effects of trauma on individuals and creating a safe environment that promotes healing. It's about recognizing the nuances of each survivor's experience and tailoring care to meet their specific needs. No two survivors is the same. However, we face a pressing issue: a significant shortage of trained healthcare providers in this specialty. This shortage can lead to survivors not receiving the necessary support or accessing care in a timely manner. Imagine the added distress for someone who has gone through such a devastating experience only to be met with barriers in accessing the help they deserve. That is why we need more professionals to step up and get trained in this vital area of care. If you are a nurse or in the healthcare field, I encourage you to consider becoming a sexual assault nurse examiner or be trained to provide appropriate care. This specialized training will equip you with the skills to provide compassionate and comprehensive care to survivors. You can be a part of the change needed to ensure that no survivor has to navigate healing alone and that they receive the help they need when they need it the most. For those of you who are survivors and have yet to disclose their experiences, I want to share that it's perfectly normal to feel hesitant or fearful. I understand that disclosing can be an incredibly daunting process. The journey towards sharing my story was challenging, yet it was also liberating and provided me a sense of healing. Many survivors I've spoken with have expressed that they did not start to genuinely heal until they shared their experiences, even after years of keeping silent. It's important to recognize that sharing your story doesn't have to be in a public forum. It can be as simple as confiding in a trusted friend, a family member, or a mental health professional. You can even reach out to someone on a crisis hotline if you prefer to remain anonymous. The key is to find a method and a safe space that feels right for you. Collectively, we can work together to transform the landscape surrounding sexual assault in our society. We need to break the silence and stigma that often prevent survivors from coming forward. By raising awareness, providing education, and increasing the number of trained professionals, we can address the issue of underreporting. It's critical that we create an environment where survivors feel empowered to share their stories and seek help. The urgency of this mission cannot be overstated. We are witnessing a societal issue that has profound consequences for individuals, families, and communities. Together, we can end the cycle and address the madness surrounding sexual assault and its reporting. As we help each other in this journey, we need to advocate for policy changes that support survivors and enhance training for healthcare providers. By doing so, we will pave the way for a future where survivors can heal without fear of judgment or silencing. Let's continue to foster a culture of compassion, open dialogue, and unwavering support for survivors of sexual assault. Together, we can dismantle the barriers that keep this issue in the shadows and ensure that survivors have access to the care they need and the validation they deserve. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this important subject. Your awareness and advocacy can make a difference. Whether you are directly involved in healthcare or are a supporter in your community, each one of us has a role to play in creating a safer, more supportive environment for survivors everywhere. Thank you. Thank you. Together we can end this madness.